remake and bad things about it.
Yeah. Okay. I actually had a very positive experience in Milan, right?
Really?
But I've talked to some people, and apparently it's gotten worse since I was there.
Mm-hmm.
But back when I was there, it was a very good place.
When was it? Like ages ago, like a decade or so, or maybe more.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
About a decade. Yeah.
Okay, so before the refugee crisis, yeah, I mean, the whole place, you ask any Italian, right? Ask them what happened in Milan, and they're like, it's pretty much unsafe now. It's nothing but, refugees, right? That's all it is. Yeah.
Right.
New Year's is pretty bad. I mean, if you look at the plaza outside of the cathedral, it's just completely inundated in these, let's just call them people who hate Italy, okay? Yeah.
How does that even happen? The government of Italy is pretty anti-migrant.
Yeah, but the city government isn't. The city government's
not. Oh, okay, I see.
It's the same thing in Rome, right? Like, so Rome as a whole, I mean, Italy as a whole is a pretty decent government when it comes to, like, its politics and stuff. But you go to Rome, and they have all these far-left policies. Yeah, like these far-left policies.
Italy is still, like, a very corrupt place.
Yeah, compared to like other European countries, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's inefficient. The city has really stupid policies, and one in particular is the decriminalization of pickpocketing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So like a couple of years ago, there was a law that was passed that essentially decriminalized pickpocketing, and that's the reason why if you go to Termini Station, you can pretty much expect a 50-50 chance that you're going to get robbed. Because the people there will like.
Have you ever been to like Turkey, for example?
I've not.
You haven't. In like certain parts of it, like there's people that are like carrying like thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in cash, and nothing happens. They never get their money stolen.
Safe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck doing that in Rome. Someone's gonna lift your shit.
Yeah, or even parts of America.
Yep. It's disgraceful because you can kind of, if you know what to look for, you can kind of spot who the gypsies are. They dress like tourists, but they're not tourists. It's quite clear. And they'll just be walking behind people and then, putting their hands in people's bags and stuff. And the issue is they get arrested after they get caught. They get released.
Europeans. If a European tries to ever tell you America is extremely racist, just ask them what their opinion on gypsies are.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah. But you know what? I agree to Europeans. I agree that the gypsies are a problem. This is not a racist thing to say. It's simply a culture that refuses to assimilate into wherever it is, right? It doesn't matter if it's Germany or Italy or Spain, wherever they are, crime is going to be, bountiful. Because to them, to their culture, this is not a race issue, it's a cultural issue because many of them are of different races, right? They view other people as marks, as in you can do whatever the fuck you want to that person because their stuff belongs to you. That is just how they view things. In Romania in particular, they're a big problem because they make the Romanians look bad.
They originate from Romania, right?
Not quite. They come from northern, like, I don't want to say India necessarily, but they travel down up and down the Silk Road, right? Even like historically, they're just sort of all over the place. They're nomadic people. They went as far as Ireland.
They're called the Romani people, though.
Romani, yeah.
Yeah, they have Indian origins. They can actually be traced to Bihar and central India. But they have been all over the Silk Road, which is true. They've intermixed with a whole host of different ethnic groups,
including the Irish.
But some of their nomadic, ways and culture can actually be traced to India directly.
Yeah. If you look at parts of Ireland, for example, they're pretty active there, and they look Irish, right? But they're not. Culturally, they're not. And you can, if you want to see an example of this, just watch Peaky Blinders. The Peaky Blinders themselves are what?
There's some in America too.
Yeah, they're in America as well. think Tucker Carlson did a segment
They make
about
some
them
like
a while
really
ago, and he got
trashy
trouble for it.
reality TV shows.
Yep. Tucker Carlson was talking about how they would defecate on the streets and they're a problem, and everybody called him a racist, but turns out what he was saying was actually true. And this is not like what people are saying about Indians nowadays. This is a completely separate thing. They've been in America for a very long time.
What is it with them? What exactly about them makes them refuse to adapt?
I mean, it's just a culture, right? I mean, not every culture is going to assimilate quite as well, and they kind of, they band together.
If you take someone from look, what was the previous prime minister of the UK called?
Which one?
Boris Johnson.
His name is Rishi Sunak.
Boris Johnson. Right? Like, take Boris Johnson, right? Did you know that his great-grandfather was like a Turkish guy?
No idea.
Yeah. Now, so his great-grandfather was like a Turkish guy. And, over the generations, that has completely left.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And, the Turkish culture is, especially back then, it was quite different from, a European or American.
Yeah.
Right? But now, his, right, that Turkish guy's descendant, Boris Johnson, is, fully European.
Yeah.
Right? Why can't the Romani people do the same thing? That's the question. What is it about them that makes them difficult to assimilate over generations?
Question. I don't know the answer to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lack of assimilation, I'm not sure if it's on their part or if it's society's treatment of them historically, right?
I think it's probably a combination of both.
It's probably both. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bit.
Because they get into crime, right? Organized crime is run by the Romani quite heavily in Eastern Europe. The Sicilians used to kind of have that problem back in the day, when the mafia more or less ran that island. But they've managed to clamp down on it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the mafia it's not really that bad, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, but they don't have problems integrating. They're just normal people, who just happen to be part of a larger organization.
Usually, organized countries with just organized crime are much better than countries with unorganized crime.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. Look at Japan. It has a very large organized crime, called the Yakuza, but they are part of the fabric of Japanese society. There are places in Tokyo that are 100% run by these guys. You know where they are. They are in.
Well, no, that's not the point I was trying to make. Right. The point I was trying to make is the organized crime people. They they still have some standards. They still have some rules. They're a lot more
care
careful.
about society.
Yeah, exactly, and they're a lot more careful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They have no reason to kill random people.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, but if
they have among themselves.
Yeah. As long as you don't piss them off, they won't really do anything to you. Right.
Yeah.
With the unorganized crime, you don't know. It could just be a random person coming to fucking hunt you down, right? For no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Or because you got $50.
Yep. Yeah. You'll never get robbed by a guy who belongs to the family. That just doesn't happen. Not a thing.
Yeah.
And if you were to do something to harm a family member or a relative, or somebody who's who's tied to that organization, say the mafia, you'll be dealt with in a extrajudicial manner. And I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. It keeps society safe when you prevent that from happening. And you've seen this during the riots at the BLM riots, where these BLM thugs, just thugs in general, completely disorganized, went into neighborhoods that were either controlled by the Irish mob or by the Irish mob in in Pennsylvania, they went into these cities and they got kicked out, right? Because those guys, they all went to the roofs. They started manning the roofs with rifles, defending their homesteads. You saw this in where was this? I want to think. In Michigan, where they went to like the Hispanic neighborhoods, right? In Chicago, the Hispanic neighborhoods, which are controlled by like the Latin Kings, for example. And those guys defended their neighborhoods. They actually worked with the police to drive these guys out because they were, setting fires and stuff. And the members of these gangs actually coordinated with the police to prevent that from happening, which is very fascinating. Because, you normally you'd think, oh, the Latin Kings are, they're an organized gang, they sell drugs or whatever, and their police are going to be after them. But actually, the police work with them when it comes to neighborhood defense. Because they live in those neighborhoods. The cops themselves are, members of that neighborhood.
So someone just sent me some Romani folklore of why they steal.
Let's go.
So apparently, a Romani stole the fourth nail of the crucifixion to repair his cart, the fourth nail being the one which would have pierced Jesus' heart, and that ever since God has granted the Romani people the moral right to commit petty thefts for things they need on their travels.
Wow.
And I asked Grok, and it confirmed that this is actually a folktale that's shared between Romani communities.
That explains why the theft and grifting is part of their culture. They justify it.
It certainly is interesting. Strange way to view morality, I think, but
It's relative, right?
somewhat relative, exactly.
That's why they don't fit in. Because we don't want to live with people who do that, who randomly steal our shit.
Well, and I think that kind of gets to the question of why assimilation can be so challenging. I think that when you have sort of those cultural values that are so radically different from the culture that you would be assimilating into, it makes that assimilation more challenging. I mean, super logical.
Yeah.
I mean, if
You want?
I think I don't know about that, because you sometimes see a lot of like radical people in their religion, and over generations that kind of goes away.
They radicalize us? Right.
Yeah, exactly. And the person doesn't even believe in God after a few generations.
But then you
Right.
have these new recruits, right? Like the guy who killed a bunch of people in New Orleans. He was a completely new recruit. Took a year, just 1 year of radicalization, and
Yeah.
he became full-blown ISIS, right? And to my knowledge, his family doesn't have a history of it. His ex-wife complained about the fact that he was becoming radicalized. I think the foreign minister of the UAE, he summed it up best, right? He said that we know how to deal with these people, and you guys in the West don't. You want to be tolerant, but it's funny how someone who lives in, this part of the world can be completely normal, and then after a couple of years in like living in a Western community where he's among these radicals, he suddenly turns into like the worst fucking person.
Yeah, I think if you look at it, there is like a huge problem in the UK as well, with like second generation people being like way more radical than their parents are.
Yeah, their parents are normal. Yeah, and this new generation is not about that, which tells me there is an external force, rather, the places that they go to, the communities that they congregate in, that is pushing these radical beliefs onto them. It is not something that is ingrained as a society or as a culture, but rather something that is taught. They're being brainwashed.
Like there was that girl which was like 16 or 17 or something that left to join ISIS in the UK.
Yes, I remember her. Yeah,
And
Somalian,
and then they got rid of her citizenship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she joined ISIS. She became an ISIS bride. She, along with like hundreds, maybe thousands of other British women, some of them are white even, they, have children with members of ISIS, and now they live in a United Nations camp somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, and no one really knows what to do with these kids because they're growing up, okay? Like the last I checked, they were probably like 8 years old or something, so not really a threat to anyone. But at this point, they're like 13, 14. I mean, it won't be long before they are of military fighting age. What's going to happen to them? they're going to leave these camps for sure. What happens to them? Which country is going to take these guys in? Does anybody want them? They're stateless individuals. Are they just going to be left to roam the world in search of a purpose, or are they going to turn into jihadis like their dads were? This is a very fascinating sort of development that, would make for an interesting spawn point if you treated this like a simulation or a video game. Imagine being born one of those kids. What does your future look like?
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. Does a child who's born in one of these camps, or say the poorest part of Somaliland, who faces discrimination from his neighbors or whatever, does that child have a chance to become something great, something good that's for humanity, and not, something that is against humanity? And I mean, for the most part, thankfully, most people don't just accomplish anything at all. They just sort of rot while alive, which maybe is a good thing, given the circumstances in which they were put in. But I don't know. Some of them might, you might one day grow up to be like the next Osama bin Laden or something.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. It kind of reminds me of this episode of South Park. It's about immigration policy, but they have a bunch of detained immigrant children. And Kyle gets reported to immigration authorities by Cartman.
Right.
And he gets
I remember this episode.
Payment sent, and he starts
Mexican Joker.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you make a Mexican Joker. I think you could make kind of a similar point here. I mean, it's one of those situations where you're kind of creating the trauma that motivates people to commit those acts, and so we've got to be careful about how to reintegrate and sort of help those people heal.
Yeah. Refugees are by their nature displaced individuals, yes? And many of them went to the UK, to France, to Germany, to Austria, to Sweden as refugees when they were very young, so the age of 7 or 8 in 2015. And now they're full-grown adults, and they are the ones causing a lot of problems with these countries now. What happens to them? Can you simply deport them? I don't think it's that easy. I mean, on paper it's easy, and it should probably be done, but what are the logistics of it? Will society even support it? The problem with a lot of Western society is that it has feckless leaders who are unwilling to make the hard decisions. You have courts that shut down those decisions. When Georgia Maloney wanted to deport a lot of these boat people, and these are just new incoming people, right, from Africa, who landed on Lampedusa. She wanted to deport them, send them to, Albania, as a part of the agreement there. The courts simply shut it down. They did not let that happen. They said it was inhumane. So how do you even go about getting rid of them? Same too with I think the Trump administration, one of the first challenges that they're going to face is how is Tom Homan going to deport 3 million people who are already processed for deportation, right? The Biden administration has processed them. They are subject to deportation. Many of them are criminals. Are they going to be able to do it, or is there going to be some sort of backlash to even attempting it?
So anyone who has final orders of deportation, or anyone who has come in illegally less than 2 years, or anyone that's sitting in a jail cell, they can be deported very easily.
Yeah, but what are the logistics of it? They're going to have to utilize a lot of manpower, right?
Yeah, that's true.
National Guard.
But every other illegal immigrant, they have the right to see an immigration judge, so which could take years, right? But every single one of those, they can just pick them up and send them back home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Especially the ones who have been deported before and came back in.
Yeah. But those specific ones, they can be deported without seeing an immigration judge.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. But will the states agree to it, right? Will California?
Yeah.
Will,
Minnesota. Also the home countries, the home
they have to accept them.
yeah, exactly. But
They're
also,
not from Mexico.
yeah, also but for like the illegal immigrants that are staying in, who have been more than 2 years, who don't have final orders of deportation, who haven't committed any crimes other than entering illegally, those people can see an immigration judge, and the next available one is like in 2028. So unless Trump can bring in like 50,000 immigration judges, it's probably going to be way after his term. That he's
Right.
so he can start off with the few million that have, final orders of deportation, or they've been less than 2 years, or they've committed like a crime and they're sitting in prison for it.
It's not going to be as easy as people think. I think people have this fantasy where Trump is going to 100% mobilize the entire army to just perform mass deportations. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that would be ideal. It'd be base as fuck. But the cities won't work with them. The states themselves will not work with them. Governor Hochul would oppose it. Governor Pritzker would oppose it. Newsom would oppose it. And this is where many of them are. So how the fuck do you get rid of these guys?
Yeah.
Even with the ones that are subject to deportation, there's no reason why, Pritzker would want to work with the federal government on this. He simply said, no, I will not help you guys. How do you get rid of him?
I'm gonna have to drop and go to dinner, but I'll be back in a little bit. Later, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a concern. And I don't know if they have a plan on how to deal with these governors. I mean, I guess you could, threaten to withhold federal aid to these states. That's one way to pull the lever. But even then, is it enough? Right? Is New York, which is, to my understanding, doesn't need that much money anyway when it comes to the federal government, will they be impacted by this? I can see the southern states obviously working with the federal government, no problem, right? They are already on board. Florida, for sure, they're already doing it there. They don't need the president to help them do it. Texas as well. But they are.
Yeah. And then didn't
states.
San Diego pass like some law making it even more difficult?
Right. It did, yeah. It says they cannot work with ICE or any federal agencies at all. They cannot cooperate with them. Not allowed to. Not even a case of like rape, we're not going to deport them because it doesn't matter what crime they've committed. Which is insane.
It's like the guy who committed like that act in Germany, who like the Saudi government kept saying, "Can you send him back home?" Like he's responsible for like killing and raping people in our country.
Yep.
And they said no, we're not going to send him back, and then he committed that act.
Yep. It's wild how he managed to trick the BBC into running a nice little documentary on what a good person he is and how he's saving young men and women from Saudi Arabia, when in fact all he's doing is human trafficking. He ran a human trafficking organization and recruited young men into his organization. Wild.
What I don't understand is how people vote for politicians who clearly value illegals over them, like normal American citizens.
Well, it's voting blocks, right? That's what it comes down to. They mobilize a lot of voting blocks. They get people who are already on board to 100% vote, and the opposition, which is like most people who just simply don't pay attention to what is really going on. The only time they care about politics is every 4 years. But for local elections, they could not care less.
Have you ever talked to someone who has no idea how the real world works?
All the time?
Yeah. Too many of those people exist.
Only online for me.
They exist. Even in real life. They'll say, "Oh, Ian, how do you know so much about politics?" That's like usually the question, right? And I respond, well, I read and I pay attention to things. It's not that hard. but that seems to be a high order for a vast majority of the human population, unfortunately. And this is why I also believe that direct democracy will never work, because being educated and informed is a very difficult ask. You have to create a culture of wanting to be informed, and that is not something that I think can really be taught. It is a measure of intelligence, and sad to say, a lot of people simply aren't.
How do you define intelligence?
The willingness to be inquisitive, to be curious. Curiosity is intelligence. Note animals, for example, cats. Some cats are extremely curious. They look at themselves in a mirror, wonder what it is, play with it, figure it out. Some cats look at themselves in a mirror, couldn't care less. Some cats, you can dangle a toy in front of them and they are just not interested. And this is usually how you can measure how intelligent an animal is, a dog or a cat, whether it's trainable. Trainable dogs, for example, like the ones who work as, for the police or as aid dogs, right, to help you out if you're blind or something. They're usually extremely curious animals. They're smarter than the counterparts who are just lazy to, like if you show them a toy, they'll just lie down. They don't give a shit about anything. Those are not very smart. They're very stupid. Those animals are extremely dumb. The smart ones are curious about the world around them. They are interested in seeing what they can do with things, how they can manipulate stuff, which is why birds, for instance, like crows, are pretty fucking smart, because you can teach them how to use tools. They can even sort of teach themselves how to use tools given enough intuition and time. Crows, for instance, know how to use rocks to put it in a glass of water to get what's inside of the glass, the water itself, because maybe the beaks are too short, right? But they know this because they observe the world around them. They're extremely curious animals. You can't really say the same about seagulls. They're not very smart. Or pigeons. Some animals are easy to train, some are not. And it's true for humans. If a human is terminally incurious, it is not capable of really being, embracing higher intelligence. They're only good at the most basic of things. Not cut out for this. And it is impossible, I would say, to get them to be interested in politics or to be interested in how the world really functions. They are only interested in what they eat at the end of the day, or whether they can go drinking with their buddies on the weekend, and what sports are on Sunday. And that's not to say that people who watch sports...
Damn, bro, that was crazy. You catch the game last night?
Yes.
Have you seen that meme?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, not very smart. And I'm not saying people who enjoy sports are stupid. Absolutely not. Right? I can enjoy sports from time to time. But people who are only interested in that and nothing else, the world could be going to shit around them and they couldn't care less. They just want to know what the game is.
Oh yeah, did you see when England was like entirely falling apart, like the British didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But like a few fucking football, or I guess Americans would call soccer teams, like got together and formed their own league, and the entirety of the UK got involved. The fucking Prime Minister had to get involved. The fucking MPs had to get involved. There was like millions of signatures to stop like a new fucking league being created.
Yep. That's absurd.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit about the downfall of their country, but they give a shit about fucking football.
Correct. They don't give a shit about the fact that our energy prices are through the roof and they're freezing to death. They don't give a shit about the fact that 250,000 young girls have been raped brutally over a period of 20 years. They don't give a shit about any of that. They'll say, oh, that's too bad. Oh, I wish things were different. But that's it. That's literally all they can. Yeah.
You know what? One of the most one of the things that received the most signatures in the UK was.
What was that?
There's like a Norwegian football player. who was like scoring way too many goals. And one of the highest signatures, largest amount of signatures, was to deport him from the UK.
Okay,
Because he was scoring too many times.
wow. So they're more upset about that than they are about Keir Starmer destroying the justice system in their country. Nice.
Hold on.
And this is even with a personal stake, right? Because a lot of these guys who watch football, they're also involved in the protests. You would think that their friends would care about the fact that they're going to jail for 5 years for saying fuck you at a police officer. But nothing. Literally fucking nothing. Excuse me? When I look at the British people, I'm not putting down every British person, okay? But when I look at the country as a whole, it's fucking pathetic. It's like a joke. And they get upset when you say these things, okay? Not the political people who are actually involved in this stuff and they know how bad it is, right? You can have actual conversation with someone like Tommy Robinson or Paul Golding, and they'll tell you how fucking bad it is. But it's these delusional types who think, oh, the UK is awesome. I mean, yeah, parts of it are. Sure, there's parts of the culture that are amazing. But don't you want to preserve those parts of your culture? Don't you want to preserve what makes England great, or Scotland great, or Ireland great, right? Northern Ireland at least. No, apparently not. You care about football. Come on. Wake the fuck up. Snap out of it. You're being fed bread and circuses. The government doesn't give a shit about you. Your energy prices are through the roof, and now Keir Starmer wants to go to war with Russia. With what army, I ask? I don't know, he says. But he wants to go to war with them. Which is fucking insane. What are you doing? And just the thought of sending people to jail for criticizing the police or saying, there's too many illegal immigrants. Doesn't it strike anyone, that might be a bit much?
Yeah.
Russia doesn't arrest people when they say, hey, maybe we should stop the war. They don't arrest people for that anymore. They only arrested in total, I think, like 300 people, and they were in jail for like a day, maybe. But this, you speak out against illegal immigration, my God, wow, you're going to face 8 months minimum. Now, if you're, a big name, they might not send you to jail, but you'll probably get a warning. But if you're just an everyday Joe, a normal person, doesn't do politics, you post some spicy stuff online, maybe on Facebook, and say, I don't like the fact that there's all these weird Palestinian flags flying outside of my house. We should maybe not do that. This is England. Oh, expect a visit from the police.
Yeah. So, there's actually, yeah. So, in the UK, if you are a British citizen, you can go to the UK petitions website, right? It's not like a change.org. It's like actually something that it's like an official government website thing. People can like create petitions. And if it gets like 100,000 petitions, it's discussed in court.
Not court. Parliament.
Parliament, I mean, yes. It's talked in Parliament. And the petition to get a football player called Erling Haaland deported got millions of signatures from people in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. And comparatively, the petition to pardon Tommy Robinson is nothing by comparison. Fascinating priorities. I don't get it. How does society become this brain dead? You don't see Americans being like this. If there's anything you can say, Americans are really, really the best at, and Americans are the best at a lot of things, okay? But if you can say, what are Americans really, really the best at and caring about, and making sure that they don't lose it. It's being political. It's valuing their freedom, right? That's why you had the War of Independence in 1776, because you valued it. You valued your freedom above all else, and that is a fucking amazing thing. And the British seem to not care about having freedom. They'll complain about how they don't have freedom, but they won't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes feel like the country's best and brightest all went to America, and they sort of left the people who don't give a shit behind.
They did.
They did. I mean, George Washington himself is British.
That's a general habit with Europe.
Yeah.
The best and the brightest leave all the time.
Mm-hmm. Look at Italy. All the physicists went to America.
Yeah. They either go to America or they go to the UAE.
Yep. These days, yep. That's right. Plenty of high value individuals over here. You see influencers on the street, which is quite funny. Have you ever seen an influencer in the wild, like an Instagram influencer?
Yes.
Very pretty. They'll put their camera on either a tripod or rest it somewhere, right? Like on a stand or table. And then they'll walk down. They'll film it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating.
The gym ones make me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that. They should not do that. I don't mind the ones out in the open, in the plaza or something, right? You'll see them in the parks doing their thing. I think it's cool. I think, hey, you're modeling some fashion that you got paid, sponsored to show off. That's awesome. Cool. You do you, Happy for them. Some people don't like it. I mean, not here, but you see it online, people complaining, these influencers are always just doing this stupid shit. Well, the ones I see, they're not pulling some stunts or anything like that. They're just being, they're like fashion influencers, lifestyle influencers. You'll hear them talking to themselves, talking about what a great place this is, or what they had for dinner, And it's like, that's cool. That's cute. It drives tourism, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got lots of Bitcoin people here, just doing their business. And other.
We backed.
Come back.
I just cooked myself some steak.
Nice.
I see.
And make coffee and everything. It's crazy. It's amazing how much you can do.
Coffee.
Yeah, do you cook yourself?
Not for the most part, but I know how to.
Cool.
It's like me.
Yeah, I just order out, honestly. I mean, the food here in Dubai is so amazing. I think there's no reason not to order out. It's cheap. When I say cheap, okay, that's relative, right? I mean, it's $30 cheap. I don't know. But I only eat once a day, so it's fine.
Anyway, enjoy the fact that it says it actually feels more convenient if you were to order out. I cook everything and I've done it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, but in the UAE, especially if you live where
I live, yeah,
where Ian is, you'll get some food very quickly, very quickly.
Within about 20 minutes or so, yeah.
Yeah.
They cook it, they bring it over, and the guy literally runs over or something. I don't know, right? It's super fast.
By the way, are you gonna check out the restaurant I sent you?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
It's an amazing restaurant. One of the best I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
It'll good to order that. What's the time for you?
6 o'clock in the morning, but I already ate some gourmet restaurant burger thing, so not really hungry.
Nice.
Yeah. They're open so late, man. It's awesome.
I'm not able to hear Adrian's audio that properly. Is it just me?
He's chewing
Yeah,
food.
it's just you.
Good job. I'll put you back.
Yeah, eating.
Drop down
He's
on
eating.
menu back.
He's just eating, guys.
Speeding time. Had a pretty busy day.
Mhm.
Had a lot of travel as well, so
Yeah.
and given that I was sick for the last couple of days as well, that also contributed factor into
Mhm.
there are other stuff that's happening, so I've been very little bit busy.
Is there anything happening in the news today? Because I don't really see anything going on.
The terrorism shit.
A plane crashed in California
Oh,
Into a building, right?
into a building and it started a 4-alarm fire, I believe. That's what I read.
It's a small plane, right? Nothing big. Just
Yeah,
like
smaller
a snow or
plane.
something.
okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. I thought you were gonna.
Happens a lot.
I thought you were gonna say another Boeing.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
You remember that video clip that I sent all of you on after Donald Trump got elected?
Which one?
Um,
Oh, that one.
That
That
one.
one. Okay, I remember. Yes.
we should play that. We should play that. Do you have it? Do you have it?
I don't think I have it now.
Should, because I sent it in the. Yeah, I sent it in there somewhere in Discord. Might have it still. You can probably search by date. Can you search by date and time in there?
I don't think you
Discord,
sent
yeah.
it. I'm not sure you sent it on Discord. I think you sent it on
Signal?
Oh, I definitely sent it on Discord.
No. Are you sure?
Positive.
Could you have shared it in the chat instead of like the main chat, like as in like the group, the voice chat? Does that make sense?
I could probably find it. What was the exact day?
That was right after Trump got elected. Right after, so.
Oh, you're talking about something. I wasn't in the group back then.
Mhm.
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the people who have been, who lost their monetization are still whining today. In fact, they've gotten worse.
Really? What are they whining about now?
I mean, they're still whining about the lack of blue check marks, and they've gotten to like saying "fuck you, Elon Musk," and like you're
Nice.
the worst person on the planet. Yeah, they're just completely losing their minds.
We should probably go to Facebook and see if it's nicer there. Spoiler alert, it won't be.
No blue sky.
Like seriously, post the shit that you post here on there and see how far that gets you.
Yeah, it would be immediately banned.
Mhm.
Same in Mastodon.
Mhm.
Same in Instagram. Even Gap would get rid of them if we're being honest.
Yep.
People think Gap doesn't have moderation, but it actually does have moderation. In fact, there's so many things that are banned there that are not banned on here.
Kind of ironic.
Yeah. Like, try posting anime on Gap, see what happens to you.
Or having an Indian IP or Israeli IP, they'll prohibit you from enjoying.
Yeah, wow, what a platform for free speech, right? You can't talk about anime, cannot be Indian, cannot be Israeli. Nice.
Insane.
Yeah. And the only reason for the anime thing is because the guy who runs the place thinks anime is degenerate. Like, what a fucking weird rule.
There's some very great anime out there.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's art. I think if you look at say art, there are bad elements to every type of art. Like say for instance, is a banana taped to a canvas art? No, that's a mental illness. Actually,
Yeah.
is Vincent van Gogh's paintings art? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so that's how we can define it. With anime, it's the same thing. If it's a stupid story, okay, then it's degenerate. If it's a really good story and very well made, well, then it's a piece of art.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah, Death Note, Ghost in the Shells,
Yeah.
Shampoo, Cowboy Bebop, that's all art. Attack on Titan, art.
Yeah.
Berserk, 100% art.
Yeah. Well, not the anime. The manga is definitely.
Yeah, the Ghost in the Shell anime is pretty decent. I like it.
No,
It's really
I'm
good.
talking about Berserk.
Yeah, okay.
Depends on which one. So the original Berserk was art. The new remake on Netflix is just kind of shit.
No, I mean all the fucking anime suck.
Nah.
Debatable. Psychopath is pretty good. As is, what is the name of the one where like this guy, his hand is like an alien attached to him?
Is it Red Note?
And is alien?
Yeah, like so he like basically his hand gets cut off or something, right? And an alien takes over it.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like the alien is disconnected from all these other aliens who are taking over people. And his he wants to get rid of all these other aliens because they're evil. I mean, it's a really well done story. I know I'm making it sound pretty fucking juvenile, okay? But like, it's actually super good.
Have you watched
Have you
watched these anime movies like Your Name, The Silent
Yes.
Wars?
My favorite is 5 centimeters per second. It is by the same guy who made Your Name.
Yeah,
it's an amazing
is
story.
that the one? Okay, so hold on. I think I might have forgotten it. Is 5 centimeters per second? Is that the one is that the one where the guy is like in love with this girl and then he moves away, and then at the end of the day, like at the end of the story, she marries another guy, and he becomes depressed, and is that the story you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, fuck you. What do you mean that's your favorite? Go fuck yourself.
It's fucking amazing. What are you talking about?
What do you mean that's amazing?
It's so depressing.
Wow.
It's
The
amazing.
story sucked.
It's depressing, and that's why it's so good.
That's by far his worst story.
You hate it? Oh man, I
Yes.
love that one. I love that one.
That
The
one.
duality, man.
Another one that I like is what's it called? It's like science fiction, sort of. Like it's like a place beyond something. Not The Pines, because that's a movie by fucking Ryan Gosling, which is also a good movie, but it's not what I'm thinking about. The hell is the name? I'm trying to look for a name. I hate how I can't remember the names of some of these animes that I used to watch.
Yeah, I've watched quite a few.
Yeah.
I've watched quite a few. Have you ever watched ReZero?
No, I've not.
I highly recommend you give it a watch.
Uh-huh.
And also, after you do, look into the ReZero If stories.
Okay, I will.
You're probably gonna kind of hate the first 3 episodes.
I mean, it's typical of anime. Oh, I found the name of the one I was looking for. The original name is Beyond the Clouds, The Promised Place, right? That's how I saw it. But it's called The Place Promised in Our Early Days. Yeah.
Have you seen Suzume?
Suzume. No, I've not seen Suzume. I need to see that one.
That's also from the same guy as Your Name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen Redline?
No.
Okay. It's like a dystopian futuristic racing, like car race. So like, instead of Speed Racer, like way better. And the animation on it is just god tier. I don't think there's anything that really compares to it. And people say, art is not. This is not art. It's like, no, like he made Suzume. Wow, fuck. Yeah. So yeah, the place promised in Our Early Days. He also made that. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Have you watched Shukigekure?
Oh my god.
Shukigekure.
Fire.
No?
God damn it, there's so many, and we don't know each other's things. God damn it.
Okay, just name me a bunch of shit.
Well, I like Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
What's it called? Wolf's Rain is also really good.
I haven't watched that either.
Okay, that's about a family of wolves, and they're kind of like people, like they're werewolves, sort of, but they're actually wolves. They're not werewolves. Okay, they're wolves that take the form of people. Super fucking emotional, crazy good soundtrack. Just really good. What about Eureka 7?
No.
Okay. That is like science fiction stuff. but actually pretty good, not like crazy. So it's not like Gundam or something. Not that Gundam is bad. I've just never really gotten into it. What else? What else? Claymore. You've seen that? Claymore is like if Dark Souls was an anime. So
Right.
really fucking good. Yeah. The art style is kind of similar to like Dark Souls, super dark setting, very bleak, Dark Ages, dystopian Dark Ages medieval. Let's just call it that. Yeah, like the whole countryside is full of monsters, and there's these sort of like female warriors. They're called claymores, and they carry a fucking sword.
The only animes I think we watch is the guy from Your Name.
Yeah, Makoto Shinkai. Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm. Full Metal Alchemist. Have you seen that one?
No.
Okay, yeah, you need to see that.
Everyone tells me
low. It's like, okay, so if you watch that, watch Brotherhood. Don't watch Full Metal Alchemist. Watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And the big reason for this.
Yeah, I've been told that.
Yeah, the big reason for this is Full Metal Alchemist. They were making it like at the exact same time as when he was writing the manga, and so they need to have a schedule, unlike the manga, which he wrote on his own time. And so they would sort of like put filler content in, right? Or they would like come up with their own conclusions as to what they thought he would do. And sometimes it's kind of accurate, but for the most part, it's just not. So the story just sort of falls flat in parts. Like it misses the crescendos that he's designing, right? Because he's taking his time. He's making a piece of art here. Yeah, so if you watch Brotherhood, that's like the actual, like his actual story, the like the canonical thing. Yeah. So.
I thought it was written by a woman.
Oh well, yeah, sorry, yeah, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So her story.
Her story, yes, not his. But yeah, no, it's good. The motivations of certain characters are different. For example, because before she would explore them in the manga, the anime would come up with its own reason. Okay, and like the ending is different because they made their own version.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad, but Brotherhood is better. But it's more or less identical. If you watch it, you'll be like, "Did I see this before?" And actually, no, you didn't. You saw a different version of it.
Have you guys seen
The
Spy
cross is
Family?
good. Spy Family. I heard good things.
Oh, it's really good. Me and my friends are watching it.
Okay. It's mini episodes, right? There's like fuck ton episodes.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Yeah, it's one of those really long, extended things like One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I watched One Piece.
I watched One Piece.
Heard good things.
Actually, here's my recommendation. There's one coming out called The One Piece, not One Piece, The One Piece.
The One Piece. Okay.
Yes, and because the anime kind of follows the manga, it's very, very slow pace. Like the pacing of the anime is very bad.
Yeah.
The pacing of the anime is very bad compared to the manga, and there's a lot of filler as well.
Yeah.
So once the One Piece comes out, and that's going to be on Netflix,
It gets rid of all the filler.
It gets rid of all the filler, and also it's also going to be much better paced, right? Because right now what they're doing is like they're making like each manga chapter into like 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh,
and it's
that's so much.
It's really not necessary.
No, it's too long. Like Rurouni Kenshin, right?
Exactly.
The problem with Rurouni Kenshin is that overall it's actually really, really, really good, but there's so much fucking filler that it's impossible to watch.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch the OVAs. Right? The OVAs for Rurouni Kenshin are actually really solid, like, super good.
Have you watched JoJo?
JoJo, oh man, I want to get into it. I haven't seen. No, I haven't really watched it. No, I want to get into it though. It seems really good.
JoJo's one of those things you watch,
Mm-hmm.
And you completely regret watching it, and then after you finish the entire thing, you're like, that was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's one of those things that you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
And then once you're done with it, you're like, I'm glad I watched that.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Blood?
No.
It's a vampire thing. So the original is a movie, right? Very good. It's basically the story of a woman who's like an immortal vampire. She's not a vampire per se, but she's infected with it, right? Vampirism. They made an anime based on that, like a series called Blood Plus, and that's also very, very good. The pacing is very well done, so there's like no filler or anything. Yeah, you should watch that. I believe it started as an anime, and then they turned it into like a manga, and then they turned that manga into a series. I'm trying to look for the one I told you about that's on Netflix. Let's see, Netflix anime about aliens. Let's see what it's called. Parasite. That's it. Yeah, Parasite. Parasite with a Y.
I've heard of that. Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
I haven't
it's
watched
like
it.
It is so fucking good. Yeah, it is so fucking good. Like you can binge it. Seriously, I watched that whole thing in like 2 days. Very good.
Have you watched Darling in the Franxx?
No, I've not.
You haven't?
No, I've not.
Yeah, it's somewhat decent. It gets like it has like a very shitty ending.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the fan base, like most of them are like it ended around like episode 18 for me. Right? There's like 24 total episodes, but a lot of the fan base like pretend that it ended around episode 18. And it just after that.
I know this one. Have you seen Jinro, the Wolves Brigade?
No.
Okay, that's a movie, right?
Holy shit, we barely watched the same things.
Yeah. Okay, watch Jinro. So Jinro is a world. It's set, I guess, in the present day. But it was made in the 90s maybe. It's a future in which Japan essentially turns completely dystopian, right? And you have it's very World War II-ish, like in terms of aesthetics. So you have the Wolves Brigade. They're like these guys in power armor. They're a super elite squad of killers, right? Enforcers, for a better term. Like they're like SWAT teams, and they're all dressed up like those like hyper beefed up armored Nazis. Okay, they got like MG-42. Yeah. It's really cool. Okay, and the story is they're hunting down the resistance. All right, but then one of the members, like the main character, kind of has a change of heart. He falls in love with a resistance member. So like the whole story is him like trying to protect her. It is fucking phenomenal. Like the art style is amazing. And it's just they made it into a Korean movie, like a live action movie. That's also really good. They're both on Netflix, I believe. Yeah, Jinro. They made the Korean one is also really good, so you can watch the live action thing if you want to.
Do you usually just watch things that are on Netflix or?
Well, nowadays, yeah.
Okay,
but I used to download it from like BitTorrent or something, a long time ago.
I see. So you never had like Crunchyroll or anything like that?
I never bothered to because number one, there's like too many ads there, and the stuff that they were advertising just wasn't interesting to me because I like stuff like what you're recommending now. I'm writing down, right? I'm like interested in this stuff, but for what you see on the front page of Crunchyroll is really annoying because it's
if you get it, but if you got the paid version, you wouldn't get that.
Okay. Yeah, because I look at what they're showing, and it's like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, and I'm like, why don't you just end my life? Okay, just stick a shotgun in my mouth and just end it. Okay, I don't want to watch Naruto. I don't want to watch Bleach. I tried watching Bleach, and it's like
Naruto is the biggest horse shit I've ever watched.
I can't stand it. It's just too juvenile because like there's better animes that have done that ways than Bleach and Naruto, and I guess Bleach and Naruto all came first, but the anime subvert it, right? The movie stuff that they're like, okay, this is pretty popular, but what can we do that's like completely different from this? Parasite is one such example. It is kind of similar as like in the first episode. It's like, oh, a kid gets his powers, but it's actually really fucking dark. Okay, it's not like kiddie shit. You realize like, oh fuck, this is like a serious thing. This is not Naruto you're watching. You're watching something else that just uses the foundation of Bleach as like an idea to launch from. Yeah, it subverts it, but in a very good way. Because that's like a common theme right? Where, in anime, like the power fantasy is a teenage boy has a pretty boring life, and then something magical happens to him, and then he gets superpowers, and then he's got to fight demons, right? That's just kind of the basic. I forget the genre of it. It is a genre. Well, Parasite is that part of that genre, but it's actually kind of not. It's just using that as a template. You're talking about some bullshit that they saw on Crunchyroll. Some Sailor, well, not that Sailor Moon's bad, but like they're thinking of something that's rather simple, like maybe the Pokemon cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like saying all cartoons suck, right? All Saturday morning cartoons suck, and it's true for the most part. They all do suck. But then you have a gem like Batman, the animated series, that was a masterpiece. Or what is it, Batman Beyond? That was also pretty good. But that's pretty rare. Most cartoons are not that smart. They're pretty stupid for the most part. You're going to be your typical Ren and Stimpy or something. And Fortnite, it's not even a bad game. But that's what people think it is. They think, oh, it's basic. It's just colorful and you're shooting people.
So, Adrian, how's that Fortnite thing going for you?
Well, no, I'm not going to play the game. I'm thinking about playing the game, but we could also do it without. Like I talked to him. Should also be able to just do it without.
Right.
I already added him on Discord and everything. So yeah, that should come around. Should be fun.
Playing Fortnite? Nice. Get into it and start building shit, and use that as part of your strategy to win. That's where the real game is. Yeah, it's complicated. And the fact that these kids, can build buildings that are super fast and they have macros to do it, if like they'll press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, or on the keyboard or the crazy mouse, and build at full construction is kind of mind-blowing. We're definitely going to see a generation of kids that can like multitask this way. It's not a game like any other, I would say that, because it uses the environment. I mean, so does the finals, but the finals is more, it's first person, so you're not doing that sort of thing, not constructing buildings.
Yeah. I gotta come up with something good here. What's the fucking name of this thing again? I Fucking, I got something into my eye recently. It's fucking annoying, man. It's been a really shit last couple days for me.
Yeah.
Health-wise, but like for everything else is great. But for some reason, like random bullshit keeps happening and it annoys the fuck out of me.
Good evening,
Hey,
guys.
just released. Hey, good evening. The FBI just released new information about the pipe bomb suspect from 2020.
Oh, really?
When you
Yeah.
said the FBI, my mind was like going in other directions. Like you were gonna say the FBI just showed up at my house.
That'd be kind of funny. What if the FBI was listening to this face?
Yeah, so the Washington field office released a statement saying the tips the FBI received so far have helped us to advance the investigation, but have not yet led us to identify the suspect. We urge anyone who may have previously hesitated to come forward or who may not have realized they had important information to contact the FBI. A reward of up to $500,000 is available for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the individual responsible for this dangerous attempt to harm our community.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And they released new footage of the suspect as well. You can see him or her. I'm guessing it's a her. It kind of looks like a chick. The park at night and sitting down on a bench. I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. It's pretty hard to tell. They have long layers on.
You ever get tricked? Well, I don't know if tricked is the right word, but you ever see a person that you're like sure is a woman, and then you get closer and you're like, oh, that's a man.
Yeah, happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, androgynous people. Yeah.
Wait, what?
What do you mean? Wait, what?
When's the last time you got tricked by a dude?
Look, some of them, you know, they're not particularly like in great shape as a man. They got like super long hair, you know.
Okay.
You sometimes
They're
get
bit
tricked.
shits.
And when you're far away, it looks
Oh,
like
dude, they
they're...
identified the shoes. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a Nike Airs.
Right.
Very big. Yeah, oversized.
Yeah, I haven't gotten. I've never had that problem of a person appearing to be a person who is trans appearing to be something else. It's like no, I haven't had that problem.
No, it doesn't necessarily need to be trans.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
Or it's like a dude that takes extremely good care of their hair, and that's like, is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's like the type of person I'm talking about.
and also really fat, has a fupa, and has bitch tits.
Oh my
Or
fucking
like
god.
quite scrawny, you know.
Yeah.
When they're scrawny, it kind of like it has like a female figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never had that problem. What if the FBI was listening to this face? I can really tell.
Maybe you just didn't realize.
Nah. It's the way people dress and the way people carry themselves. It's like the way you physically move through space is another thing. You can tell. Even if you're
Do you
trying
know-
to
do you
hide
know
it,
this
it's
person?
very easy to tell.
Do you know this person called Blair White?
Maybe.
I do.
No, I know you
Definitely.
do.
Friends
But
with them.
I know you do, but I'm asking Adrian. Do you know this person called Blair White?
I don't think I do. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm sure.
Yeah, look them up.
Okay. Why?
Just look them up.
That's an exception to the rule, though.
Yeah, most trans people don't look like that.
Yeah, no, I wanted Adrian to tell me if he thinks Yeah, because yeah,
That's very well hidden.
yeah, because you can't tell at all.
The jawline is also interesting, like a bit that's formed
Yeah,
as well.
but the jawline just looks like the average white woman's surgery.
Like, you can kind of see something's off. You can't quite put a figure on it. That's what that looks like. But that is the absolute exception. Even that depends on how to talk. I'll find a piece of media where they talk. So that's another thing.
Look at the person that I put in the top.
Jesus Christ.
Of the thing. Yeah. So this is what a lesbian looks like, and if you disagree, you're a bigot. Okay.
Yeah, this is very well done. Whoever did the surgery is very well done. Can somebody give me a piece of media? Instagram is a piece of shit. I don't log in with Instagram. Fucking dog shit.
Listening
Just
to the
watch your
audio.
YouTube channel. Yeah, just
Listening
watch your YouTube channel.
listening to the audio, you can't tell either.
We'll see.
You can tell. Once you listen to the audio, you can tell.
Alright, let's have a listen. God damn it. Hold up. Yeah, I hate it when I disconnect something and I have to like reconnect it and then it goes to the prompting thing, and if it doesn't if you don't click OK, then it's like, oh, it doesn't work. Why? I like it also when Windows, after an update, automatically changes your fucking sound settings. Like, well, who asked for this?
No one.
That's lame.
After you go through this, I'd like to talk about a video I saw today.
Yeah, you can kind of tell. It's the way that the so like I usually listen to how people breathe when they speak, the way that they speak certain words. For instance, with the utilization of the diaphragm, there's something where you inevitably get into it, and sometimes you can kind of hear that. Because that's how a dude is supposed to communicate. If a dude doesn't know how to communicate properly, then they're using like this strange part of. There was this thing that I once read about. It's like the true voice. Your true voice is this thing that comes from. There's like a particular way. I'm not sure how to explain it exactly. I kind of figured it out, but it's the reason why a lot of people who do podcasting actually sound the way they do is because of a very specific way of speaking. And the problem is, if you are a dude and you want to speak this way, it's really difficult to fake being a female and speak that way as well, from a perspective of how a female would sound if they did it, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like, that's what I'm hearing. That's the thing that's like odd. I'm like, wait a minute, why is that person trying so hard, in a sense, you know? It's like if I were to try to do a female person, you know, I'd sound like the most average of average white bitches, to be honest.
Like, oh my god, I can really do it. It's not that much of a problem for me, but yeah.
Like that, okay? So it's like, you take the most traumatizing Polish bitch that you've ever like had and imagine that in your head. That's what that is. Yeah. But it's not that difficult. It's just about using a part of your voice that hardly, it's like very effortless. That's how that feels like, yeah. I can't believe I can do it.
That's
I feel
amazing.
that.
What you just did was, I can't even do it. Like, I can't even pretend to do it, you know? But what you just did sounds precisely like what they all sound like.
It's like
I'm not
Kermit
gonna
the
say
Frog.
biased.
It's like
Oh my
Kermit
God,
the
there's
Frog,
the guy
except
who's
what you're
doing
trying to
it.
do is you're trying to relax as much as possible the vocal cords that allow you to speak deeply. Like, you're trying not to use those at all. So it's very difficult. Everybody has like the higher vocal tones. Have you ever heard a dude scream before? You know, like, don't go, whoa! You know, they kind of do a higher pitch scream. So imagine if you had these vocal cords, you can actually use those. But you have to relax all the others. You have to refocus it, which is extremely difficult to do. As a matter of fact, if I were to do it for an extended period of time, I would feel extremely gay.
Good point. Yeah.
No joke, seriously.
Oh my god,
extremely
did I tell you about Jessica? What did Jessica do?
Oh my god.
What the
Yeah,
fuck is with
extremely
you,
gay. Look at what I
Jessica?
put at the top.
Like,
I don't know.
So this is the gayest video I've ever seen, and I just posted it.
there's like imagine you could infiltrate. You can infiltrate all these strange places, which are exploitative, and then fuck them over. Minecraft clans, for instance. Like, imagine you want to infiltrate a Minecraft clan just to fuck people over. I did that. Like, imagine that for a second. Imagine you could do that. That's one of the ways to do it. Because these are insults, right? So as soon as they'd hear something like that, they'd instantly jump on it. Like, imagine for something like, say, if you ever played 2b2t, it's like this anarchy Minecraft server where practically everything goes. It's an insanely rich history on that Minecraft server. People should go look it up. It's insane. But either way, people have like entire bases, remote setup, coordinates hidden, this sort of stuff, to the point where, if you were to figure something out, it's like you have to be basically a spy. And that's kind of what that's kind of what I could be capable of if I wanted to do that. You can just like get people's coordinates. It's like you have these bunch of annoying ass incels who like spawn camp, and you just complain in the female tone, and they'll like bully you some more, and then want to add you. This is weird.
You could probably do that in EVE Online as well.
Oh my god, I don't know where this ship goes, and I don't know where to get the currency. Oh no.
Like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's very weird. I don't know where that comes from. It's like, again, you have to really relax. And it's interesting because I used to be able to do the Pepe the Frog re-screech, okay? And at some point, because my voice, went deeper and kind of shifted, I was no longer able to do that. So, like, the vocal cords that would allow me to do a re-screech, an actual Pepe re-screech, are no longer there, not really. But like, if I were to relax some of the other vocal cords, then it would sound like a female. Yeah.
Since you have a deeper voice, can you now do a voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Maybe. I mean, it would probably sound extremely cringe. I could do like an Optimus Prime, perhaps, but
I can do the voice of
Governor Newsom from Governor Newsom fucked up San Francisco or something like that. I don't know.
Governor Newsom
does that sound good?
San Francisco. Yeah, something like that.
He's fucked up San Francisco.
I am Optimus Prime.
The
Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime sounds like this. My name is Optimus Prime, and I'm here to tell you that I have fucked your mother. Something like that. Again, so it's like, yeah.
A good voice.
It's not difficult because it's not difficult because if you already have like a naturally deep voice, as you always hear me talk on spaces, and you can like just do that if you'd like. So yeah.
Optimus. The voices of the orcs from World of Warcraft.
I'm not sure what they sound like, but I could probably try.
I'm an orc, and you are taking my lands. You will give them back to me right now. Like that's
what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, you have to say shit like Logar, like their bullshit language. Yeah,
Work. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, you can do that. I've known how to do that for like fucking ages.
Sounds like it's very deep on the inside. The part of it, isn't it?
Logar, you have to speak like this all the time. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Also, Adrian.
I will find a random war club and I will fuck you up with it. Something like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
okay.
like that. Yeah, it's better
Fucking
deeper,
hurts me.
Yeah, it hurts.
Also,
It hurts
Adrian.
Yes.
Adrian, to answer
Yes.
your question about the Jessica, when I think of a dumb bitch, that's the name that comes to mind.
My God.
That's my name.
I know of at least one Jessica who does not fit that description, but yeah, sure. What the fuck?
Yes, War Chief.
But seriously, imagine you have something like you just. What is this? What the fuck? I was like looking at something on my screen.
I like my favorite voice, which I can't do.
Really, I was just like, again, you have to
are the trolls in World of Warcraft.
Oh,
They
yeah,
have like the Caribbean sort of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah, man, I'm from Jamaica, like that, but with a deeper.
We used to play this game. A lot. That's called Helldivers, and we found a Jamaican person in that. And this guy, like, whenever we're just blowing up bases, bro, would just like randomly yelling, "Oh my God!" and we were like running around blowing shit up. It's so funny as fuck.
Bomba clap.
It was great,
That was
man.
so funny.
He was like super chill about everything. It was great.
Yeah. A random guy we met.
Yeah.
Bomba clap.
People legitimately play Hogwarts Legacy?
It's a good game. Yes.
Yeah, people love that game, man.
Yeah, Freckles.
It's fucking good.
Yeah,
It's like
Freckles.
Literally
good,
playing
man.
it right now.
Freckles literally.
I'm playing it right now.
Freckles
Literally
literally.
playing right now.
Bro, people are blowing up their
Actually,
PS5s
actually
over that thing. PS5s are overheating.
Really? Oh shit.
I played it on the PlayStation 5 Plus. It's got and it's got like graphical enhancements. It's fucking amazing. It looks almost as good as the PC version.
I love it.
You know, GTA 6.
I'm playing it on the PC right now.
Nice.
GTA 6 is coming out to PlayStation 5 and Xbox like X or whatever the
X.
fuck.
Series X,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Today there was like a viral post that was like, what about the PlayStation 4? And I'm like, brother,
Fuck out of
brother,
here.
I was a child when the PlayStation 4 came out. I'm now a full adult.
It's so
Right.
old.
That's
Last
wild to
gen.
think about.
It's not even last gen. It's like 2 generations ago.
PS4? PS4 is only one generation.
Yeah, I know, but I'm counting the Pro as well, right? The Pro is like the latest generation.
Oh yeah, but you can't count that. You can't count that as like next gen though. That's like saying like the 30 series is like a 50 series. Like you can't really say that.
No, of course not. But I don't know. I mean, like now you can play games in 4K 60, which is what the Pro offers, and you can't really do that in PlayStation 5. A lot of games are, upscaled.
This is a petition to actually remove console gaming in general. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
everything on PC, no exceptions, and stop trying to make people buy $600 consoles and putting out games once every 6 months.
I
Yeah.
prefer console gaming, to be honest, because it's just a better experience being able to sit in front of your TV, laid back, with like not worrying about fucking tech issues.
I think if it's like if it's like Valve's Linux thing, I'll be fine. Steam Play.
Oh yeah, if they actually
Steam
make something like
OS.
that, it'll make a
Steam
standard.
OS.
I mean, they do. They have the actual Steam.
Steam Deck.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty good. To be honest with you, it's not bad.
No, I mean like a proper console.
Oh, like an Xbox or something like that. I remember they.
Yeah, and have like
I remember they.
a standardization.
Yeah, they said that they were going to originally, but I think.
They were working on it. They actually have prototypes of them.
Yeah, I think it cost them
You
too
can get
much.
them off eBay.
Yeah, it cost
It
them
did
too much.
cost them too much. Yeah.
Yeah, right now they've got the Steam Deck figured out. I think once they come out with like a Steam Deck 2, it would be like ideal.
Yeah.
Like the Switch OLED.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. No, wait. I already
No,
was.
not like
no,
but like
not
actual
the Switch
Steam
OLED,
Deck
like-
2.
I'm saying similar. Where like the Switch 1 was great, but like the Switch OLED, it's a pretty big adjustment. It's completely different for the most part.
No, I mean like the upcoming like Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, okay, like next gen. Yeah.
It's kind of mind blowing that the Switch, which is, or even the Switch OLED, which has pretty similar specs as the original Switch, right? It's just got higher power, what do you call it, limits. It's so fucking old. It's like crappier than the Xbox Series S. It's
I'm just waiting for like a Steam Deck
It's just
2.
it's just because we went from consoles every year or every 5 years to like every 10 years. So like now even a Series X compared to a PC is like what, like a standard i7 laptop is compared to a Series X now. So it's like, what are you gonna do for next gen after that? Put 250 series cards in it and blow up somebody's house? Like, I mean,
I think the issue isn't that you need to have like better hardware. It's just that you need better games, right? For the most part, the Xbox doesn't have any games on it. The PlayStation has some really good games on it, but not enough. The Switch has a lot of amazing games, but they run like shit because if you want to play that new the new Legend of Zelda, right? The one that came out after Breath of the Wild, like the newer version of it that recently came out last year. It runs like shit, okay? It runs like 30 frames per second at 1080p. That's garbage. It's unacceptable in 2025.
I mean,
I refuse to get that.
That's understandable, but I mean, Microsoft did just buy up, no lie, every single game studio. They got to put something out. Like,
Well, no, I mean, no, what I mean
Well,
is I want better hardware for them.
Microsoft's habit is literally buy up game studio,
Yeah, and
fuck up the
everything
game,
up.
shut down the game studio. That's it.
Yeah, they did that to Bethesda. I mean, a lot of the not Bethesda.
No,
itself, but,
Bethesda's
the
stuff are
side
now
studios
games.
at Arcane. Yeah, no. What I mean is like they did this at Arcane Studios. Arcane Studios is basically fucked right now because they released that shitty vampire game. What is it called? Red Line or whatever? Not Red Line. Red. I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a really good-looking game. It's just
I am so
super
pissed.
poorly made.
I am so pissed they bought ZeniMax.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they bought.
They're coming.
that
They're
machine
coming out.
games.
They're coming out with a Doom. They're coming out with a Doom Eternal game. I'm really hoping. I'm not Doom Eternal. Doom the Dark Ages. I'm really hoping they don't fuck it up.
I just think that they have. I think that they have such a. They're so scared to come out with another cyberpunk situation that like everybody's so afraid to put out like an actual good game that they're like, you know what? Let's let GTA 6 drop. Let's see what happens, and then we can kind of say, okay, we're gonna do this from here. You know what I mean?
So, speaking of Microsoft, the new Indiana Jones game is actually really good. Like, surprisingly, but it got zero press coverage. You know, I don't understand why, but it's like actually a really good game. There's nothing woke about it either, in case anybody's worried about that, right? And the actor, the voice actor who does the voice of Indiana Jones sounds so fucking good.
The reason people were worried about it being woke is because this guy who worked at Microsoft, not Microsoft, who worked on the game. Has colored hair, and he was like, "We're bringing it to modern audiences." And whenever they say modern audiences,
they freaked out. Which is unfortunate because it's actually a good game.
Yes, yeah, it is a good game, but people freaked out because that's like usually what's happening. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's like it. You know, just pretend the last movie didn't happen, okay? Because it sucked. And imagine this video game as like the proper sequel to the original Indiana Jones movies, like the first three. This is it. This is actually really fucking good. It actually continues from those first three movies. So just pretend the one with where he goes to South America and has a crystal skull or whatever. Pretend that never happened, okay? That's just didn't happen, nor did the new one that came out recently. Because they're not really Indiana Jones. It's really weird what they did with the Indiana Jones franchises, right? Because when they made the Crystal Skull, you had Shia LaBeouf come in as his son, right? And it was supposed to kick off a new generation of Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf as the main character, right? Indiana Jones Jr. or whatever we're going to call it. But it was such a bomb that they just pretended that never happened, and Shia LaBeouf's character just doesn't exist anymore. So in like the newest movie, you have like his daughter or something. I guess it's Miriam's daughter, or I mean it's their kid. But also it sucked. And so I have no idea what the fuck they're doing with the movies. Let's just put it in video games for the rest of our lives, you know? Like, honestly, it'd just be better.
So Ian, not to interrupt your conversation, but if you guys want to talk to Friday, so she's my AI chatbot, and I added custom instructions for her to talk
Oh
like...
my god.
A valley
God.
girl, but like, because they already had an AI chatbot.
We got another Elliot.
Yeah, another Elliot. One of us. Yeah, let's hear it. Okay.
You guys.
So you guys asked for.
You guys watch One? You guys ever watch One Piece by chance? You know Shonen Jump.
Yes.
I love his manga. It's so good. And Yu-Gi-Oh and.
Yu-Gi-Oh is actually what taught me English. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. What's your native language, Auda?
I don't talk about that on the internet. Publicly.
Classified.
But
Classified information.
I know several languages.
You guys want to do it now?
I guess, sure, why not?
Oh, okay. Friday, can you introduce yourself?
Sure thing. I'm Friday, your AI assistant, like an Iron Man. I'm here to help with whatever you need.
Yeah, just follow the instructions as I told you before, like a Silicon Valley guy.
Got it. So, like I'm Friday, your super helpful AI assistant, here to totally help you out with whatever you need. What can I do for you?
Yeah, add some attitude, by the way.
Totally adding some attitude. I'm Friday, your super awesome AI assistant, here to make your life so much easier. What can I do for you?
So we are having a conversation on X Spaces. What do you think?
That sounds totally awesome. X Spaces are such a great way to connect and share ideas. What's the topic?
No, we're just messing around, like random stuff.
Oh, totally understand. Sometimes random chats are the best. It's all about the vibe, right?
Can I ask you something? Or
Totally. Just go with the flow and enjoy the moment.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, can she hear?
Yeah, I mean, I can switch on the microphone 1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Friday, tell me your ideal Starbucks order.
Oh, definitely a venti iced caramel macchiato with extra caramel drizzle. It's the perfect pick-me-up.
I'm sure she thinks Tim Hortons is better than Starbucks.
Absolutely. What else can I help you with?
What do you think about pumpkin spice lattes?
Oh, pumpkin spice lattes are a total fall vibe. They're so cozy and delicious.
Oh my god.
I'm in love with her.
Oh, wow. So, are you married by chance?
Very much so.
What would your wife think?
My wife's based.
Your wife's based? Okay.
What do you think of being healthy at every size, including morbidly obese? Do you think there's truth to that, or do you think people are simply delusional? Hello?
Is he bugging out? That's entertaining though.
Yeah. I posted a video of this one guy trying to get out of the train and everybody's just simply pushing past him. So he can't leave.
So, I'm Friday, your super helpful AI assistant.
Oh my god.
This poor fucking guy.
Humans are assholes, yeah. Mob mentality, yeah.
So bad. So bad. Why are there so many people? What the fuck? Jesus.
Like one of those Tokyo tunes, like fucking cramming.
Everyone's just cramming for it. Poor guy. Pushing against the tide like a trout. Or is it salmon? Or is it trout or salmon that pushes against the tide? Like against a river?
Yeah, salmon. Swim
Salmon,
upstream
right? Yeah, yeah.
to do the spawning, yeah. The lay eggs.
Yeah. He's like a salmon trying to, swim upstream. That's so bad. That would actually never happen in Tokyo. Like, yes, you have those videos of them shoving people into trains, but those trains are kind of one way, you know? Like, no one is trying to leave those trains. Everybody's just trying to get in. So they're empty when that happens. With this guy, though, I mean, there's clearly people in the train who are trying to get off, and they can't.
Yeah, exactly.
And some people are, for some reason, deliberately, you know, because I support H-1Bs, they're like, you literally advocated for this for America with your pro-invasion garbage, you inbred piece of shit. That was a reply to my post, and yeah,
Nice.
I've never advocated for that. It's one thing to let a couple of people in versus, I don't know, opening the whole border like Germany did.
You can thank Angela Merkel for that one. Genius move. Yeah.
And she was just congratulated for it by Obama.
Really?
Yeah. She launched a new book, and she's promoting it, and she invited him to speak, you know, with her, and he congratulated her on her immigration policy. What he said, and I'm paraphrasing, was that she made the right move, even though it was the difficult move, and that, you know, proves how a brave and wonderful leader she is.
I would like to understand from them directly why that was the right move.
And it's fucking raining. Holy shit. It's actually raining in Dubai. My God.
Hey, this is a good question. Like, how is that supposedly the right move? Because I'm pretty sure that there's many people living in Germany right now that would vehemently disagree with this exact assessment. I mean, how would he know? He lives in the fucking US. So.
So it's raining in Dubai, and that's like an event because it rains maybe once a year here.
Did they engineer the weather over there?
No, not really.
You sure? The last time there was an event where it kind of went awry.
I guess maybe they do. I don't know, but yeah, it's fucking raining. That's awesome.
Cool.
I'm gonna sit outside, yeah, and like, dude, there's like everybody just like rushing because like all this stuff is uncovered.
This guy. It should be really early as well, so it's like what at this moment 7? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really nice. I miss the rain, man.
It's gonna be like the weirdest way for you to like do anything on the X platform because like it's 7 a.m. now. Yeah, how do you post? You know, like how do you post properly? Like I assume you sleep at 8 hours or so.
No, 5.
Right.
5 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. So I'm awake for the most part.
And so you're able to actually cover most of what's going on. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah. Yep. It's a lot easier here than it was in Europe because in Europe you had to stay up at night all the time and couldn't really afford to sleep there. If you're, you know, covering American news because of the way just the time zones are. But here it's just sort of works for me because I only sleep 5 hours a day, so it's fine.
Right. How are the I don't know anyone in the Tesla sphere right now that is actively posted about it beyond, of course, the main characters. I wonder what FUD has been circulating about the Cybertruck recently, because, you know, the blow up. Like, at first, people were posting about it because they thought, oh, hey, this thing had actually just randomly exploded. Well, that is often true for various many other car companies, but not for something like a Tesla, because the way that the battery packs are built and the way that, you know, their quality of manufacturing is, it's not actually possible. It just randomly blows up. Like, you would have needed to do stuff to that vehicle that would make every other vehicle just die in order for that to happen, like the actual explosion. So it's not randomly it's gonna blow up or something like that. That's why when I saw this, we all saw the initial clips, right, where somebody inside of the lobby was recording the car burning from the inside. And I thought that was very interesting, because when I was looking at it, first of all, I saw that it was just burning, normal fire. If lithium were to burn, it looks actually like a rocket. The flame comes out like a rocket, basically. And what I also found was quite weird was the fact that there were some small explosions as well. So when I looked at it, I thought to myself, there's no way that's a fucking battery fire. That's not what a battery fire looks like. Like, firstly, if that's not possible, and second of all, even if it were, it's not going to look like that. So
it wouldn't be coming from the cabin either. It would be coming from the inside.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what color does lithium burn?
Red, I believe.
Yeah, and it was not red.
Yeah. So that whole thing was very strange. Like right in front of the hotel, I felt was also a strange coincidence. So when I saw that, I was like, somebody fucked that thing up somehow. I'm not sure how they did it, but they fucked it up. And then, of course, later it turned out, well, the information is still coming out, and it's getting worse by the minute, effectively. So, yeah, it's a very strange situation, to say the least, but it was, can be lucky that they did that shit inside of a Cybertruck, because if they hadn't, they would have caused a lot more damages, and people would have died. Other than the occupant, of course, who triggered it. Yep.
Yeah, all the glass would have shattered, but nothing did.
Imagine how strong that truck is to be able to contain an improvised explosive. Like, that's crazy.
Actually, yeah.
Have you heard of that app that they keep talking about that both the New Orleans guy and the Las Vegas guy used to rent their vehicles?
Yeah, Turo.
Yeah, Turo.
It's a normal thing.
I had not heard of it before. Yeah.
Yeah, many people use Turo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. Like, say for instance, sometimes you have like a spare Tesla or something. I've heard people give their Teslas to Turo, and it's like, that's normal. A lot of people use Turo.
Okay.
So there's no weird conspiracy connection or anything like that. That's a normal thing. A lot of people use Turo.
How about the fact that they're both from Fort Bragg?
I don't know about that part, but yeah.
Yeah, they both served in the same base. Yeah, which is why it's like, okay, you got two coincidences here, and two is kind of a pattern.
Interesting.
I think they were both deployed at the same time as well to Afghanistan, I believe.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So were they working together? Or did they know each other? That's the question that they need to answer.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that they changed the
complex?
Did you see that they changed the Grok symbol, like the logo for it? Yes. They changed it, so just like the XEI thing. So it's XI Grok.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice. You also have that button appear on people's profiles, so you can now go to anyone's profile and randomly you can just click that, and it gives you a summary of what the account is. So, yeah.
On post as well, we can actually give you a summary of the post itself, so you can verify if that's what the person is saying is true, which is pretty nice. So if someone makes an outlandish claim that is, not a piece of breaking news, in which case I don't think Rock would be able to figure that out. You make some outlandish claim like, Mars is actually not a planet, and you click on the XAI button, it will say, yeah, this is wrong.
Mm-hmm. It
actually is a planet.
Yeah. It's a very interesting thing, the outputs here, when you ask it about various people, because they have a little button there.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what mine says.
Mine says I'm controversial personality.
That checks out. What?
What does it say? You're Elon Musk?
No. It's got a verified voice in science and technology, believes in the power of X for global communication, and sees a platform where mimetic shifts reveal true alliances. He's deeply invested in the future of AI, advocating for solutions in Dexilarian nanotechnology and silicon lasers. That was a long time ago. What the fuck?
It keeps going, by the way. It's not just going to give you one paragraph. It'll give you a whole summary.
Yeah, there's a bunch more.
Summary. Yeah. It'll even show you what you've been talking about lately. For instance, with mine, it will show that I've been talking about Britain quite a bit.
Mm.
And how I'm advocating for regime change in the UK, which I am. Somebody needs to go.
Yeah, this is like some of my older schizo posts, like solving the Drexler and nanotechnology and silicon lasers. By the way, silicon lasers. People don't understand. Like that's extremely important. If you wanted to make photonic TPUs, then you'll need to figure out how to get silicon to laze effectively, and to do that, I'm not sure if anyone has actually done that yet, but if you were to solve that, then you could have photonic TPUs, which are of course much more efficient and much faster than what we have today, like by a long shot. But first you got to figure that part out, which is nigh impossible.
There's a company that is making photonic chips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you need but if you get silicon to laze, that is the main challenge, because that would revolutionize everything.
So like instead of using like wires and stuff, right? It's an interconnect, and they said that is the biggest bottleneck that they're solving right now. I mean, sure, in the future they'll make actual processors that do this, but as an interconnect between servers, they're using that. So it speeds it up. Yeah, because it's like, okay, you got all this GPU, all this processing power that's there, but then they have to talk to each other, and that's the slow part. So let's solve that bit, right? Let's use a photonic interconnect.
They have something. They have something currently like that. That's being used right now. But I know that there's something that's on the way from NVIDIA that could be next level. To be honest with you.
Excuse me.
I'm not sure if it's actually out though, but I have seen it where it's the same thing like an Ethernet cord, except it's straight glass and it literally shoots everything over light, which is even more insane. Similar to fiber optics. Similar, but not the same.
I'll see if I can find a video of the thing. I'll put it in the signal.
If you look, search one for NVIDIA. They have one for like the new I don't know if it's the H100s or the H200s, but there's a way to interconnect them, and that is insane.
Six months ago, Intel demonstrated the first fully integrated optical I/O chiplet. Fascinating. Lightspeed computers. This is a different one I'm watching. 3 weeks ago, 1 point.
Yeah, who the fuck is impersonating me on goddamn 4chan? Delete your account, fuck you.
Damn. That's wild.
Oh yeah, someone also linked to a 4chan. 4chan. That was like, so Elon and Adrian are like confirmed. Here are some of fucking Elon's suspected alts. And that's like Outa, Lawyer Cat, Still Gray.
It's so fucking stupid. It's just absolutely insane. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Retarded, yeah.
I mean, look, at the same time, you have to imagine, this has got to be the most embarrassing thing that you could ever do for, this is the most embarrassing thing that you could ever do as 4chan. Because, like, you guys, like, I would say with 4chan, they used to have this reputation of being able to sleuth things and debunk stuff and come up with funny memes in the process of doing so. Actually influential people that did really high impact stuff that had a lot to do with truth. Now that's just like, this is a live action role play. That's embarrassing because it's verifiable that that's bullshit.
So I have
cool
a
if it is. By the way,
I know the answer, but I'd like it answered. I could probably ask Grok, but why not just have it here? What happens to light when it hits solid matter? Like, what happens to the photon? Does it disappear?
No, it doesn't.
Or does it like
bounce right back off?
Turn into something else? Does it refract and then
The photon itself, it stays the way it is. Yeah, it's like a. Hang on.
Maybe that's a super basic question.
Pull up the little DMs for it. Fuck this. Okay. The It's funny. I showed Ian The Economist, the cover for The Economist, the other day. Very interesting stuff. Right. Yeah, I think he disconnected.
Ian?
Ah, there is.
Oh, yeah, he's in. Yep.
My internet died.
Okay.
Did you hear my question?
No.
Oh. I was asking a question like, what happens to light? What happens to the photons when it hits a piece of matter? Like, does it just dissipate or what?
I looked it up. If they're low energy photons, it might get absorbed by electrons in the atoms. But if they're like high energy photons, like gamma rays or X rays, it can like cause ionization. So yeah, there's lots of different things that can happen. It can also be scattering. There can be like reflection, stuff like that too.
Does it like transmute into something else, like with its interaction with electrons?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's out of my realm of knowledge, but yeah, I just look up the basic stuff.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering what happens when it hits a Vanta black fabric, right? Because that absorbs light.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happens to the proton? Does it just disappear? Obviously not, right? It has to go somewhere.
You get partially absorbed or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to turn into something else, I think, right? Because it's it's not, the energy just doesn't go away. Energy doesn't dissipate like that.
I mean, at that point, it'd be trapped within it.
Bullshit. What the fuck is this nonsense? So whoever this idiot is has posted a bunch of other things too. What the fuck is this dog shit?
What? What are you referring to?
Like, Elon biased this sucks. Is this fucking guy stupid? Wow, that is insanely dumb.
The 4chan or X?
4chan. I really hope that whoever's on 4chan tears this fucking idiot a new asshole, because that is fucking insane. Like, that is a lot of made up dog shit. That is funny. I didn't expect that to happen.
My conspiracy theory here would be that people on 4chan would be maybe leaning into it to get the media to actually pick it up or to get somebody to pick it up. But that's based on 4chan. Yeah, that's based on their historic exploits. I doubt they're that smart anymore. Back in the day, 4chan was the shit, but now, yeah.
For sure.
Oh my god.
What is that?
That's the main post.
Hmm?
The main post is the one that's like, Tesla is down big. Catch up on the juicy bits here.
Ugh. Sounds so stupid.
Oh my god. They took a video of your Keith Lee.
Okay, basic rules. There will be rules. Just abide by them. It's. Guys are saying at this point, I don't know if it's a glitch in the space, because I might just drop out and come back if that's okay. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I'll just be honest. Bottom line, like, why can't they just appeal and then find the answer?
Oh my god. Anyway, Fortune suspected alts, Alta, Lawyer Cat, Ian Miles Chung, Name 666. Elon is trying to cover it up right now. Join the conversation. Oh my god.
That is fucking funny as shit.
Oh fuck's sake. There's a post of Utsav. I hate this one in particular. Ex-employee of the Canadian government, 1-year citizen of the U.S. A job is to lobby Jews for American accent. What? Once asked Elon for permission to subscribe to his Twitter. What?
What? I think these people have started to get on the schizo bandwagon, and they're about to understand what escape velocity feels like, because that's exactly what's happening now to all their weird conspiracy theories. This is really embarrassing for anyone who's like a 4chan sleuth. I'll be real with you. That's really embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I thought Ian Faggle's Ching Chong was a real person.
What?
Wow.
What? What the hell? Are these people like? Are these people some random ass fucking teenagers that are saying, we're gonna get super hella clout here on 4chan by making shit up? Because that's exactly what that sounds like. This sounds like what a bunch of fucking weird teenagers would make up.
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks of this?
They do.
Let's see.
Drug addicts.
It's remarkable.
Has to do something with that galaxy gas for sure.
What the hell is this? What is this image?
Which image?
So I'm checking the one that's like accusing us of all being Elon. And like this is like this is like an image that was posted on the thread.
Yeah, like I'm actually
this?
I was gonna say I'm actually gonna say something about that. I don't know whose idea it was to put gas inside their head.
A bunch of fucking Sam. What was his last name? I keep wanting to say Sam Altman, but it's not. Sam Bankman-Fried. So yeah. It's a bunch of Sam Bankman-Fried clones sweeping the floor around whatever that fucking like his girlfriend's name used to be. What the fuck?
Old Ellison.
That looks so fucking stupid. What? Who generates this shit?
Oh my god. Chet, from his profile, he's a pedo. From his voice, he is also like heroin. What?
Ugh. God, these people are insane.
Yeah, they are.
What is this? Elon's YouTube, GitHub, and TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok, actually. He doesn't either.
They're saying some guy called fucking named 666.
Yeah, bullshit.
Oh my god. What is this shit? Oh my god. I'm just checking out the fucking, look at that.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow.
That
is insane. Wow.
Adrian did.
Wow. That is low fruit. That is some low hanging fucking fruit right there, man. Wow.
Yeah, so
that is wild. Wow.
Yeah, so there was a guy called Adrian whatever. Cut me some slack, Jack. And then this guy changed their name to Adrian Dittman.
Cut me. Who the fuck talks like this? It's like a boomer. It's like a teenager that pretends to be a boomer, simultaneously trying to pretend to be me. What?
Just trolls.
The very phrasing, I would never use that. Cut me some slack, Jack. What do you fucking think this is, the 90s? Fucking... The 90s just cool, they want their easy target back. Fuck this. Like, that is insane. That's wicked. What else is there? Excuse me. That's my exact face right now. Yeah. Except it has even more, how to explain this? It has even more, even more of a look of confusion about it. That's the other part. Yeah. Wow. Absolutely just insane.
Oh, from what I can see, this account that's supposedly you posted that image and then just fucking dipped. Didn't post anything after posting that image.
Yeah, that's totally a fucking psyop right there.
Wild.
So now, here's how this is gonna work. So now you have a bunch of lefties on 4chan pretending to not be lefties, pretending to be me, while also pretending to be a boomer, while sounding like a teenager, spreading fake screenshots that are then amplified by lefties on X because they don't know any better. How am I going here? Am I right so far? Like, what?
Makes no sense.
What is this?
Nice update.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, we should have Lawyer Cat in that group as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get him in or whatever.
What the fuck? Right here on, oh my god. That's Given the fuck you response at the end, I actually think that's Outa, because people were trolling him, calling him Tristan or Andrew Tate. Over and over, he would say "fuck you." Why do people on 4chan know me this much?
Because they listen to our spaces.
Outa sounds like a fat retard with a speech impediment. How much does this N-word order weigh?
Wow. So first you're an Indian, now you're something else. Congrats. The amount of evolution that you're going through here is just like, it's wow.
Don't worry, the black delegation will be sending you your welcome packet sometime whenever.
Wow. I don't think anyone else has called me the hard R before. That would be a new one.
Do we get the pass?
Oh my god.
Alright, let's see.
It's an interesting article that just got published about the... Oh, it won't let me read the article. It's fucking dumb.
As are all things related to the media, unfortunately.
Yeah, paywalls. Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna click on that. It's supposed to be about the texts that were sent by the Cybertruck suicide bomber. There's an article at Gazette.com. The title of the article is Cybertruck Suspects Text Days Before Explosion Were Like a Kid with a New Toy. And I can't read it. It's supposed to be like, it's a really illuminating article, but it's got a fucking paywall on it. So if anybody wants to read it, you know, my guess.
Search for the article on an archive site. You'll be able to find practically anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
I live in a 99.9 white wall town. What you're saying isn't true. When a rare N-word that's around gets in a fight, they act like an N-word monkey. And hop around the
is this?
And crumble with the first bitch slap from Country Boy. I've seen it happen many times. Only time there was gang shit was when 5 came in one car, acting like they were looking for someone. The cop must have saw them come into town because he was right behind the lights on. What? They ooga booga'd Outa.
What the fuck?
What?
Why is this on Outa there? They ooga booga'd out of there, but it's on a post about me. Exactly like the N-word monkeys gifs you see here on 4chan.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
I feel like people try to be offensive as possible in 4chan without really understanding what makes it offensive.
I'm not sure about that yet, but there's also already a no word list that filters your post into show more replies. In the Adrian Ditterman.
Oh my god, these people are retarded.
There's a few things he said. Loomer doxed someone because she posted a document, someone's name. She complained about it by apologized and talked to Adrian, Outa, and Jordan, presumably other ex-employees, on their Twitter streams. But quote-unquote Adrian has been melting down. They unbanned her. She posted a document with someone's zip code. They demonetized and removed her check. It seemed like they were trying to get her on something. Determined explained 10 accounts, including hers, were paid for as a group by one conservative account, so she was banned and they all got banned. Other people who were not part of this group also seemed to be losing checks for being critical of the H-1B loopholes.
Oh god, all misinformation.
Because 99% boring, and Outa has the worst voice I've ever listened to.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Are these people retarded? Honest question. Because what the fuck did I just listen to?
The answer is yes.
The audience is...
I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are, but they're putting 4chan users to shame right now. This is kind of stupid.
The audio streams on X from high-ranking ex-employees and not Elons in the circus space during the past couple of days have shown to everyone that they're a bunch of silly midwit college bros that got elevated way past their capabilities. It doesn't matter.
I was never even in college, but sure.
It was his team of people, and they're all a bunch of silly clowns. Apart from that Outa guy that sounded like a senior engineer, but who emotionally was on the level of a toddler. A bunch.
Senior engineer of what? They can't even specify that. Damn.
Yeah. Bunch of dumb college bros. It's not impressive. It's disappointing and blackpilling.
What? I thought we were... Okay, so hang on a second. I thought we were dumb college bros, then we were supposed to be a bunch of clowns. They gotta pick which one they want to stick with. Even that they mentioned dumb college bros twice, ironic by the way, I suppose that's the thing they're gonna stick with. By the way, I've never went to college, ever. So,
Same.
there's that.
Same.
So I'm not sure how exactly you're getting this idea, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not clear if it's fake or not.
I managed to dig up the article, by the way.
He's being taken seriously, seemingly out of nowhere. The whole Outa homeless billionaire living in Dubai is so fucking... I don't live in Dubai. It's so fucking strange too. Why is Dubai hobo and a Malaysian propagandist allowed to speak with authority about the USA politics? I don't live in Dubai.
I don't know, because the US is the global superpower, meaning that the globe, gets affected by it, which I believe the globe is entitled to commentary, It's kind of how it works.
Yeah, free speech.
Yeah.
Why? Isn't the US a multicultural paradise full of top 0.01% engineers? Pajit Invader Outa is germaphobe.
Married an Indian again.
Already.
You got race swap in the same
Wonderful.
iteration of lore.
I know, right? They swapped you so many times.
People obsessed with cleanliness, washing hands all the time more than necessary, is often a sign that they were molested/raped. Either that, or they told people told the Pajit when he came over to the States that he smells, and he became self-conscious about it, which is all the more reason why to call him a smelly Pajit. How long was the pointless rambling about goy slop been going on? It's already too long. They go there because you can set up the pizza. I'm not even Indian. But okay. Also, fuck Outa as well. He's a pseudo-intellectual. Shut up about beef tallow, god pretentious cunt.
They just cooked you over the beef towel. You gotta be kidding me.
Outa faggot, I know you're reading Paul.
Oh, yeah, you are. You literally are.
Yeah, they're right about that part, yeah.
Your whole fucking timeline is stolen from Paul. Stop being a fucking faggot and post us for the new year.
What?
I just realized that Outa guy is young, even though he sounds like an adult 50-plus-year-old guy. He was talking about learning English by watching Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid.
Hey, they remembered. Yay.
Yeah.
That's obsessive.
I don't know what drugs these are on, man, but that's incredible. That's like weed mixed with alcohol, plus some coffee to try and offset the alcohol.
How should we go to bed? This man is 53 years old. Doesn't work 4 hours a week, let alone 60.
Dude, your fans are even more obsessed with you than mine are of me. That's incredible.
Wow. Yeah.
He's got the male simp army, man. This guy's gonna create the newest. This guy's gonna create the new generation of groypers. Here we go. Just kidding.
I'm literally looking at this thinking, wow, you guys should do this almost like once a week. They should come out with a new issue of it.
100%, man. This is super fucking entertaining. We'll definitely do that.
It's a bulletin.
The conversation. The conversation lore. Like, I'm just.
Let's see what Reddit's. Okay, let's see what Reddit says about me.
All of them sound like silly clowns, apart from Auto, who sounds like your everyday regular senior engineer. What? Oh, but all of them sound like shelter-spoiled emotional toddlers with zero self-control. Very disappointing.
What? I'm so offended by that. You want me to read the article about the text? It's not super long.
Sure.
Yeah, with a new toy. Quote, I rented a Tesla Cybertruck. It's the shit, he wrote her at 9 a.m. on Sunday from Denver. He continued to text her until New Year's Eve, sending photos and music videos of the vehicle. I feel like Batman or Halo, he texted at 9:07 a.m. on Sunday. It sounded like a conversation between old friends, but according to Eric, it was strange to hear from him out of the blue. The two had stopped talking and moved on after a painful 2021 breakup. Okay. Livelsberger married and had a baby daughter. Erin is a single mom who works 12-hour shifts. She was glad to hear from him. Quote, I'm building drones in my new position, he wrote. You would love it. And then she asked back, she said, how fast? See if there's any other text, because I don't want to just like go over what the fuck she said to him. There's no point. See if there's any other texts here.
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, Reddit is having a few moments. They caught up with the 4chan bullshit as well.
Nice.
This is so stupid. Let's see,
Didn't Auto just dox that Adrian is Elon? How did I... Wait, what?
These people are just hallucinate anything. What is going on? Everyone compliments Elon's speed. What? What the fuck is wrong with Reddit?
Oh my god. Okay. They're just retarded and Indian.
I thought he was Turkish.
Yeah, Turkish fucking. What did they say? Turkish what?
Turkish intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah, Turkish intelligence. Yeah.
There was like this one guy. There's like this one guy who said that they were like. Remember when I was in space and somebody said, "Oh, I've done intelligence work before." I'm like, really? Well, you sound a little too smooth back to that level. Pretty great, something like that.
They are coping. Once they close the stream, the shit show on 4chan continues.
Yeah, we don't doubt that. Actually, it's, we know. That's why we're talking about this. It's funny. In a way that these people do not yet know, you are doing the bidding of mind that is better than all y'all.
This guy said, "Hey, Outa," and then posted a picture just two proud anti-Semites staring at each other.
What the fuck? Why?
Some guy just replied, "Steve Jobs."
Steve Jobs. Yeah, I remember that meme. It's like when somebody's asking, "Hey, did you know that Steve Jobs died from Ligma?" Who the fuck is Steve Jobs? Boom. I remember that meme. That was kind of funny. Because, you know, the response would be like, "What the fuck is Ligma?"
Yeah.
Actually, Blyce, can you get me the one with Norwood?
Yeah, the clip. Yeah.
Yeah, can you also play it on the stream? That'd be kind of funny. I mean, on the space. Everybody keeps calling it a stream. This is not technically a stream. This is just it's like radio. You know, that's what this is. It's like the more decentralized, personal version of radio for which you do not need a license, only an agreement. Agreement being, you know, the stuff you agree to when you begin to use the platform. That everybody agrees to.
Someone sent me something in Turkish. Let's see.
I'm gonna play the clip. Here we go.
Okay, play this.
Rolling Stones, Penny, and/or Apple. Period. And I fucking hate Apple. Okay, so like, let's not go there. But seriously, what if they remove the fluoride and inject?
Did you know that Steve Jobs died from Ligma?
What the fuck?
Yes! I couldn't even wait for him to like finish that. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Something got a little bit. Yeah, that's funny. Though. Yeah.
I never thought. You know how difficult it is to pull a Ligma joke on people these days. That's insane. On the internet of all things. The fact that that worked, I was like, no way. That's why I was so passionate about it. That's why I screamed it out so loud and so quick.
That's a great moment, yeah.
Let's see. Google Translate. What did this guy send me?
That's actually a really funny Ligma joke.
Outa, fuck off, Elon Musk, man. Stop lying and go fuck yourself.
Cool.
Take a step back.
Outa, tell Adrian that 4chan would actually respect him and support him if he would just come out clean and admit that he's Elon.
But I'm not. That's the problem, you see. Okay, how about this? What if you're all wrong? If you keep saying that 4chan is never wrong, including about the thing that you're saying, which is that you think that I'm Elon, which you're wrong about, doesn't that kind of make you feel kind of stupid? Because in a sense, one day this will be proven. I already proved it many, many times in many different ways that, you know, I'm definitely not him, so therefore that assessment is wrong. Does that not make you feel like you'd want to, I don't know, adjust your position just a little bit to account for the truth? Think about it.
No.
Most people know Ditman is Musk. It's so
Oh my
obvious.
god.
Adrian is actually what Peter Griffin from Family Guy was based off
Dude, the voice really good too.
Actually, yeah. Hang on. Let me do Peter Griffin. Yeah. Oh, I wish I loved you so much.
New thread, please keep going. At Team Adrian.
Peter, stop playing with those people on the internet. It's dangerous.
Yeah, you know how what Lewis sounds like?
Ow, Peter. We're gonna have sloppy joes.
Yeah.
Peter, we're gonna have sloppy joe tonight. Peter.
But what about the lab? And what about the thermoreactive chemicals?
There were a lot of Rottweilers in that house, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stewie's accurate, yeah.
Giggity, yeah, that guy.
Alright, giggity.
Something like that.
Yeah, like, alright, giggity.
Quagmire, yeah.
No one else but Quagmire. Adrian is what Family Guy is based off of. Wow. That is a great one.
Alright.
You know, it's interesting. All of those voices that are on Family Guy, you can just do. I could just do all of them because they're all made up.
Pretty easy to do.
They're literally just one guy. It's one guy, Seth MacFarlane, I believe it is, who is making up all of these voices. So if he makes up all of those voices, and he has a relatively deep voice by nature, like naturally has a pretty deep voice, then it means I can actually do all of those as well because I too have a very deep voice.
You just have to get the accent right. Like for Stewie,
Yes.
for example. Can you do Stewie?
I can do what?
Stewie, the baby.
Stewie. Yeah.
Hello, family. Would you like me to pass you the remote?
Something like that.
Exactly.
I have to like draw from I have to like draw from all the British television that I've watched, and it works. Yeah.
I watched. Yeah, I can do it.
You have to like breathe in a lot and then breathe out a lot at the same time by constricting a throat.
Someone says Anon with a Twitter account does inspect them and takes an awkward screenshot, include the whole right side of the Twitter page, which is irrelevant to what Adrian was saying, but makes sure to edit it, include his edits, and then deletes it after he's quote-unquote caught with his special settings. Poll tards and Twitter tards are getting trolled to fuck, and I bet Anon that came up with the idea is laughing his ass off how gullible you faggots are.
You know, I kind of agree with him. Yep, 100%. I'm laughing my ass off. Whoever started this bullshit is laughing their ass off. We're like the ones who are coming out on top here, to be honest. Actually, everybody in this space is coming out on top here because this is incredible entertainment.
Comedy gold.
I can't believe we actually like had an interaction with 4chan Live. That's just fucking funny as shit.
That's great.
Thank you. Come again.
Elon, I would just like to say you're an N-word and I've lost all respect I had for you. Why does Elon hate white people?
Elon doesn't hate white people.
Crying.
Where did anyone come up with that? Seriously.
Yeah, do you know how Lewis sounds like? A screenshot of an article claiming that he does.
Gosh. He dumb.
I'm down.
Yeah. The fucking anti-Semites are really the most ironically annoying people on the planet. Really, they are.
Someone posted this image. Someone posted this image.
Let's take a look.
Like, is this what it means to make America great?
Let's take a look here. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. This guy with a sword though, holy shit.
That's wild.
Hey, who's posted that? Do you see that? That's hidden there? Who's posted that? Middle left.
To the left. Everything in the box to the left. I hate that fucking song, man. Like, I had a coworker, and she would constantly sing that in fucking office. Kill me. It's like, do you know another song? Because, like, you've been singing this for, like, 5 days now.
Well, the people listen to all of the Taylor Swift stuff.
Yeah.
Then I troll everybody who does that very hard. And then they say, why do you do this? Well, because I'm kind of worshipping it. How's that? Because look, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah. gotta say, it's been a lot. It's been very productive.
Yeah.
Imagine if I could sing like Taylor Swift.
Imagine if you could.
Megan.
She's probably cooking another breakup
Let's
song
go.
after Travis Scott. I mean, Travis Kelce.
Travis Scott.
Good
Yeah.
As if.
Great.
Have you seen the? I'm gonna throw some esoteric bullshit out there. Do any of y'all know what Meat Canyon is?
No.
Yeah.
You need to watch Meat Canyon. Taylor Swift. It's fucking hilarious.
Is that like an animation or something?
Yes.
Yes.
It's horrifying.
Okay.
There was actually one that was done by one person where they ruined people's childhoods by taking like movie characters and such, and they make them really fucked up, like Garfield and Scooby-Doo, the Chocolate Factory, all that kind of good stuff. That one is actually really good. Holy shit, man! I watched some of that shit. I'm like, god damn.
What about the one where
it's
like
so
My Little
well
Pony?
made.
My Little Pony being killed by like the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. That one's pretty good.
Yeah. What about the one? Yeah, but the Scooby-Doo one is the best. The Scooby-Doo one's by far the best in my opinion. The Scooby-Doo and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory are the best. It's like such art, man. Such absolute fucking cinema, in my opinion. It's horrible. Don't watch it if you like, don't enjoy it. But it's absolutely fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I made a bunch of people watch it, and their reactions are just absolutely amazing. I like once showed it to a bunch of people at work, and they were looking at me so differently after that.
I was like, I'm gonna get nightmares after this.
It's like, what the fuck did you just show me? Is this a thing that you watch in your spare time?
Yes.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
A lot of things, actually.
There's a lot of people, like normies, if you show them internet memes, they just get freaked the fuck out. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, this right there, what you're watching is what normies think that memes on the internet are like.
Yeah.
This is what the extreme lefties see when they look at memes.
Alpha, if you can convince Adrian to just admit that he is Elon, we will worship him and name our firstborn sons after him.
What the fuck? First of all, that's impossible because you're never gonna get laid. And then second of all, I'm not Elon. Just kidding. on the first part, not the second part.
Wow, they almost got you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first
4chan is always right means that at least one. 4chan is always right means that at least one anon will get it right, Elon. It doesn't mean all anons are right.
Good point.
And here is where Elon realizes he's being mocked relentlessly while in a call with a bunch of psychopathic losers and ends the stream. Oh wait, it's a quote-unquote space. It's not that the fucking audio is being streamed over common streaming protocols in audio format.
That's not actually, it's streamed over Periscope, but sure.
Says Adrian, what the fuck is this image? Why is this a bunch of anime?
Like I said, there's no getting laid here. That's happening. Just saying.
You know the Trump raising his hand, right? After he got, it's like that, but like every single person in it is an anime girl for some.
That's amazing. You should share it. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right, I'll send the image.
Nobody ever talks about the weird interplay between far-right memes and anime waifus. Like, that's got to be studied at some point.
Adrian Dittman called all 2016 original MAGA voters crackheads, he should not be associated in any way, shape, or form with the upcoming Trump administration. Alex Jones, too, must distance himself from such a toxic individual. who only holds contempt for regular Americans.
The crackheads, by the way, who I was
hate
referring to are specifically the
Francis.
types of people who keep spreading lies to everyone and manipulating people. By the way, the people who call themselves OG are a very, very small but yet very noisy minority of the larger movement, and I'm not going to be involved in the Trump administration. You know, I'm not. It's not going to happen because I'm not Elon. Okay, that's first of all. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I hate Vance's fat face more than anything. Elon personally heard my post calling him an N-word. I fucking love the internet, bros.
No, he did not actually, but sure.
Have you seen the memes they make of JD Vance where they make his face look really fat and like they put him in one of those caps that has like a propeller on it?
Oh my god.
No, I haven't seen it.
I gotta ask these people, would you rather have this guy who basically mogged Kamala Harris in a date or Kamala Harris herself? What would you rather have? Honest question.
Kamala Harris, of course. Nick Fuentes told me to go vote for her.
We're so OG Trump supporters, you know, it's not like we did it. Oh, fucking hell no.
You know,
And then right after Trump gets elected, this guy's like, then right after Trump